Hey guys, it's me, EODGamer here, and in this video, I want to share with you the middle game requirements of Zenless Zone 0, specifically for the Shiyu defense, one of the endgame game modes, which gives you tons and tons of premium currency. Each floor you clear gives you like 300, so that's quite a lot of resources, which is why I think it's really worth doing. Clear all floor 10s, you pretty much double or get a 20 pool almost. And just to put it in perspective, I'm around level 33 in terms of internet level, and I'll also be sharing with you my gears of my characters, how do I have them built, so you can kind of expect to see where your progress is to match against, for example, a snapshot like this to see what your progress is like. So if you have been following our efficiency guides on the channel, I want to prepare you guys in advance as well. I don't want to wait all the way till I'm like level 40 and then I put out an energy guide. I want to give you this information as quickly as you can. And the first 6 levels, you actually only have a need for one team. If you don't start thinking about this important part, you will get very shocked because from level 7 onwards, there is a requirement for your team to now be split into 2. Not only that 3 characters become 6, but they all have to have equal investment, because if you can't clear for whatever ability that you had clearing 36, you need to double the amount of resources into 3 new characters completely, and probably the 3 new characters are going to be your weaker half because you have been playing with your favorite, your best, you are very familiar with the 3 characters playstyle already. Now you have to form a team of 2, and this is where I think a lot of you will want to start thinking about what is the second team to build and also manage your resource accordingly, which is why I want to put this video out to you guys earlier. If I were you, what would I be thinking of? I would definitely be thinking of my roster and how am I looking for another DPS. So I don't know your account, every account is different, but we have specific team guides on the channel already. You can check that out if you're interested. For this section here, I just want to give a general recommendation to everyone. The rule of thumb is if you have an S tier DPS lying around, for example Nekomata, you have Soldier 11, you have Ellen, lying around, you should be considering building these characters because they will help you push all the way to your through your mid game. These are your best offensive characters so far. Those of you who don't have these 3 characters, the S tier or the S rank, sorry, not S tier, this is not a tier list, the S rank attack DPSs, you can consider the 3 A rank DPSs. And also one alternative, I'll talk about the alternative in a bit. Anton, out of all of them, is the one I like the best. He offers you a very nice element that is very synergetic with Ambi Demara, which a lot of us have. But the 2 physical DPSs are pretty good options too, especially if you pair with the alternative, which is anomaly based damage that I want to get into. So why is anomaly based damage a factor to consider? And I'll share with you, of course, the investment requirements of my character, what skill they have, what is the disk drive they are using and whatever not in terms of investment level. The reason why I suggest anomaly damage in teams for the second half is because as you progress deeper into the final section, you realize that the 10th node actually gives you agent anomaly build-up damage and attribute anomaly damage increase, which means you really want to focus on anomaly based damage to clear beyond your tier. So let's say you are like not clearing so well, you don't have enough investment because you think you need more crit rate or crit damage. Anomaly based damage is a very quick way to clear the final floor to push beyond. I need a couple more days to finish the final floor, and then I can make a bit more guides on the next part, which is this red tier. This red tier only unlocks after you clear this blue stable node of Shiyu defense, the final floor, and that is the thing that is restricting you. Thereafter, you can get even more premium currency after. So you really want to prepare in advance for this set. The resistance of the enemy makes a huge difference as well, and the first half is weak to Aether, or the monster is weak to Aether and strong against physical. So any of you who are planning to play like Billy, Corin in the last set with some anomaly assault build-up, you probably will be forced to play that team in the second half. And if you notice in the second half, you have a weak to ice and Aether, not resistant to anything. So physical is actually probably the set you want to play here. If you have a fire set, you can play in the first half, Ellen in the second half. That will also work very well. I think that the first half monster is a lot stronger personally between the 2 of them. Range also works very well against the first half. So if you have Rina, going to be very strong against Friday Energized Boss. This is really like a Zhu Yuan banner cell, right? Because by the time most of us hit to like level 50, that's like Internot level 40, it'll probably be around the Zhu Yuan banner, which is when we will need Aether for first half, Aether for second half. Both of them are weak. It's just like Hoiver's planned all of this already and they just put it here just to sell that particular banner. But it's what it is. Not to worry about it. For any of you who want to know like the other weaknesses of the later stages so you can plan in advance, maybe you're like deciding what character to build, For Floor 9, they are weak to Ice and Aether in the first half. In the second half, it's resistant to Ice but weak to Fire and Physical, which is why I recommended any of the 3 DPS like Soldier 11, Nekomata, Alan. These 3 all are very strong because you can play one in one half, the other in the other half, and you will find still quite good value out of these 3 DPSs, no matter how you fight. So, for example, here, Ice, you can play Alan in the first half, Nekomata or Soldier 11 in the second half, and in Floor 10 here, you can play, for example, Fire in the first half, and then Alan in second half, which is weak to Ice, or if you have a team of Nekomata, you play Nekomata in the second half, and you play Alan in the first half, giving up this Ice weakness for the sake of elemental distribution of your team composition. Now that we've talked about the juicy benefits of the 20 pools that you get for clearing all of these in S rewards, 3,000 is like almost 20, right? Like somewhere around there. But what is the gear requirements that you need from your characters to push that far? So here are the requirements of my characters. My first DPS that we have since she's just unlocked is a 40 out of 40 character with 77677. I've unlocked one note here just for the crit rate. The next one is like a little bit of attack, which is also important. I want to push it up as far as I can. This is the gear that I'm using. More importantly, I have a Starlight engine at 40 and my offensive notes are like 12, 12, 9 so far. If you are wondering like why I farmed this gear and why don't I just use the default, is because we really want to push in deeper to unlock the difficult zone so we can get more premium currency. Energy is theoretically unlimited after you play for like 6 months. You realize that energy is just energy, but premium currency, what's lost can't be gotten back. That's why I think it's a little bit good to farm just a little bit enough for your team composition. So that is one of these. And then of course, let's look at my next character here, which is Ellen, my second DPS in terms of gear requirements. She is also 40 out of 40 with 7777, everything 7. I have 3 notes unlocked for the core already. And this is my gear. I have the offensive ones. I only left like the HP and defense ones low. If you're interested to know like my logic of what I farm, there is a gear guide for the early game, or I call it like early game efficiency farming, which you can check it out on the channel. I just posted it like yesterday or something. And this is the requirement, this is the gear amount that I have for Ellen. And more or less, the rest of the characters are pretty much the same. The rest of the 4, real quickly, you can see, I'll just scroll through quite quick. They have quite good investment across the board. All their W engines are already at 5. You can see here, or for level 40. And this is my Ambi Damara, also 40. You have Nicole, also at 40. So, and skill is like 11775 because that's what they use. 73775. This is my Ambi Damara. This is Lycan's stats. This is my Grace stats and the equipment that I'm using also. So that's pretty much the gear requirement that you need. And this is of course all at level 40 and I'm currently at Internaut level 33. You probably need a little bit more, maybe like 35, 36, depending on your playstyle and how much you have farmed along the way and whether you change DPS. But yeah, if you guys found this video helpful, do consider checking out our other guides on the channel where we talk about energy efficiency, character building, team compositions in case you're trying to figure out what is the second team that you're looking for. I already have it on the channel, so check it out. And guys, thank you so much for watching. If you appreciate such content, do like and subscribe for more of such future content. I have build guides and also the harder content guides on Shiyu defense, as well as Hollow Zero, etc. coming up soon. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and see you in the next video.